there is one issue with Mars that cannot be solved through science or in any other way. People say Mars is a lifeless planet where natural life simply isn't possible. Scientists have found ways to keep humans alive there with the help of technology. But maybe this silent red planet has some plans of its own. A dangerous phenomenon exists here, one that even claimed life of NASA Opportunity rover. Welcome back to another video on Dear Viewers. Before discussing this special problem on Mars, we need to understand why humanity is risking everything for a barren planet 210 million kilometers away. Scientists believe that all the natural resources available on Earth are slowly running out. Glaciers are melting, rivers are drying up, and living near the equator is becoming harder with every passing day. According to estimates, even if we somehow manage to control the greenhouse effect by the year 2100, most of the world's glaciers will have melted. Fresh water will become rare. And apart from all this, if any global catastrophe strikes, like a deadly pandemic, a global nuclear war, or an asteroid impact, then humanity will have no other option left for survival. Just as the dinosaurs vanished from Earth, humans could also disappear one day. To prevent that day, the search for a second home has been ongoing for many years. And this second home will not be on Earth. It will be on Mars. Humanity intends to build a colony there, and perhaps we might even succeed. Scientists selected Mars for this mission because it shares many features with Earth. For example, a Martian day, called a sol, is about 24.6 hours, just 36 minutes longer than an Earth day. Mars also has seasons like summer, winter, autumn, and spring, although they last longer because a Martian year is longer. Evidence of ancient rivers, lakes, and ice has been found there. Mars has polar regions like Earth, with ice caps on the north and south poles. Mountains, valleys, deserts, and volcanoes exist on both planets. In fact, the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons, is on Mars. And finally, Mars does have gravity and atmosphere, small amounts, but present nonetheless. Because of these similarities, Mars has been chosen for human colonization. But Mars is not Earth. For example, although frozen water has been found beneath the surface, it does not flow in rivers that can simply be used. Extracting this ice from Martian soil and making it usable will require advanced equipment. The next most important thing for humans is oxygen. On Earth, oxygen makes up 20% of the atmosphere. But on Mars, there is only 0.13% oxygen, while the remaining 99.87% is carbon dioxide. Making oxygen on Mars will require advanced systems. Temperature is another big challenge. Even during the day, Mars can be extremely cold, often around 6 degrees Celsius. At night, it gets even colder. To survive, humans will need strong protective suits and heated shelters. And even if all these problems are solved, you still cannot walk freely on Mars. Mars does not have a strong magnetic field like Earth, so it cannot protect you from the sun's deadly radiation. This radiation can cause diseases like cancer. To tackle these issues, scientists have been working for many years. NASA's MOXIE project, for example, is an attempt to produce oxygen from Mars CO2. MOXIE compresses and heats carbon dioxide to extract oxygen, powered by electricity from solar panels. For extreme cold, scientists have designed inflatable habitats and underground bases, possibly built under Martian deserts or mountains. To protect against radiation, bunkers made of Martian soil or specially shielded suits and shelters will be required. Some people suggest using Martian caves as natural protection for water. Since ice exists underground, NASA and the European Space Agency are developing drilling and heating technology to extract it. This water will be used for drinking, farming, and oxygen production. For food, the idea of controlled environment agriculture has been developed. Sealed greenhouses where air, water, and light are all artificially controlled. NASA has already tested these systems in Antarctica and the International Space Station. But there is one problem on Mars that still has no solution: dust storms. At first glance, Mars looks quiet, calm, and lifeless. The deserts, rocks, and faint whistling winds make it seem frozen in time. But look at this video. The horizon of Mars shows a massive wall rising. It's not just any dust storm, it's a terrifying Martian storm. The sublimation of dry ice frozen, CO2 turning directly into gas, creates winds so strong that Mars experiences massive storms. These storms don't cover a single city or continent, they engulf the entire planet. Such global dust storms appear roughly every 3 years. The dust becomes so thick that sunlight cannot reach the ground for months. And this is a huge threat to human technology. Solar panels and communication systems can fail completely. If humans want to build a colony on Mars, they must survive these storms. But the problem is we still don't fully understand what causes them. We have an idea, but controlling storms on Earth is impossible. So what can we do on Mars? Mars wasn't always like this. Long ago, it was green and full of lifelike conditions, with a thick atmosphere and flowing water. But over billions of years, Mars dried up and its atmosphere escaped into space. Today, its atmosphere is only 1% as thick as Earth's. But these storms aren't just because of dryness. Scientists believe their main cause is temperature difference. A thick atmosphere absorbs heat from the sun and the ground. But because Mars' atmosphere is so thin, if you stand on its surface, your feet may feel plus 23 degrees Celsius, while your head may feel freezing cold. This huge temperature difference creates strong winds, and those winds create storms. On Earth, storms carry clouds. On Mars, storms carry dust. And once that dust rises, Mars' low gravity keeps it suspended for months. That's why dust storms last not days but months. During Martian storms, wind speeds reach 160 kilometers per hour. On Earth, such winds can tear roofs off houses. But on Mars, these winds are not powerful because the air is extremely thin. A 100 kilometers per hour Martian wind has the force of only a 10 kilometers per hour wind on Earth. The real danger isn't the wind, it's the blocked sunlight. Because right now, all the solutions for maintaining human life on Mars depend on solar power. And if sunlight disappears for months, life on Mars will stop. On January 24th, 2004, NASA's Opportunity rover landed on Mars. Its mission was supposed to last only 90 days, but it worked for the next 15 years. Then one day, it encountered a massive dust storm. In 2018, NASA learned just how deadly Martian dust storms can be. During the storm, the sunlight reaching Opportunity dropped by 96%. Its battery could no longer charge. These images from Opportunity show how sunlight decreased over 30 days as dust filled the sky. Opportunity kept sending data for months, but eventually it entered deep sleep mode. NASA tried for months to reconnect, but no response came. After a year, NASA received one final message. My battery is low and it's getting dark. Since that day, Opportunity has been silent. We hope you enjoyed this video from. Thank you for your love and kind comments. See you in the next amazing video.